Hello, everyone, and welcome into WIAA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports here on a Tuesday night. Tonight, we've got a Merriwood South Conference battle here. It's the Auburndale Eagles and the Stratford Tigers here in Stratford at Tiger Stadium. My name is Cale Jacoby. Glad to have you in here on a Tuesday night. Again, it is the Auburndale Eagles and the Stratford Tigers here in this one on a Tuesday night. This one getting started just a little bit later than it was scheduled. Was about 4:45. We were getting the umpires ready to go here before the game, about 10-15 minutes behind, but we're about ready to go now. And leading off for Auburndale, it will be Blake Rabb. Starting on the mound for the Stratford Tigers is Henry Zaleski. So it'll be Blake Rabb, Aiden Cherney, and Alex Wilford at the top of the order for Auburndale. Then it's Sloan Welsh, Caden Weinfurter, Ian Brown, Caden Anderson, Tim Schmidt, and Mason Rakeu for the Auburndale Eagles. But first off, Blake Rabb looks at a strike. So 0-1 the count here to Rabb on a very windy Tuesday night. About 40 degrees and windy, about 20-mile-an-hour winds here tonight, and 0-2 the count now as that's called a strike as well. So again, just that typical kind of Wisconsin spring weather. Better than not getting a game in, though, as has happened a lot, even more than usual here in this spring sports season for baseball and softball. That was a ball thrown to Rabb. 1-2 the count. And Rabb grounds that one past Zaleski over to second. Here's the throw to first in time for out number one as Rabb grounds out.
Number 2, Aiden Cherney.
Now it's the Auburndale pitcher, Aiden Cherney, up to bat. So Rabb grounds out. Now Cherney with one down and nobody on here for Aiden Cherney. Cherney pops it up. Right to second or first, right in between. Here we go. It's caught for out number 2.
Next up, number 11.
By the first baseman, Jackson Ormond. Now up to bat, batting third, it's the center fielder, Alex Wilford. Wilford looks at a strike from Zaleski. Grounds that one to short. Here's the throw to first. On time and on target for out number 3. And that will do it for the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down for the Eagles at the plate. We'll step aside 0-0 and be back with more Merriwood South Conference baseball right after this on your hometown Wisconsin Sports Network, Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the first inning. Still tied up at 0s here. It'll be the Stratford Tigers up to bat. On the mound for Auburndale to start things off here in this one again is Aiden Cherney. Now the batting lineup for the Stratford Tigers. Leading off, it's the second baseman, Jack Tubbs. Batting second, the third baseman, Brady Schmidt. Third, the first baseman, Jackson Ormond. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Braden Schiller. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Vance Kielman. Batting fifth, rather, for Kielman. Batting 6th is the pitcher, Henry Zaleski. Batting 7th, the catcher, Brady Berg. 8th, the designated hitter, Riley Spindler. And batting 9th, the right fielder, John Seitz. Once again, it is Cherney to start on the mound for the Tigers. Take the first step to building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home from Stratford Homes. With a 110,000 square foot indoor construction facility and model home village located in the heart of central Wisconsin, Stratford Homes has been an industry leader in the systems-built home market since 1973. Visit StratfordHomes.com today to get started. Here is Tubbs. Stratford Homes, just down the road from Tiger Stadium here. 1-0, make it 1-1 as that one called a strike. That one's going to miss inside for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Jack Tubbs. That one misses low, and it's ball 3. And that one misses. That's ball 4. And Tubbs walked by Cherney. Here to start things off. So a base runner for the Tigers. Now up to bat, out of the 2 spot, the third baseman, Brady Schmidt. And shows bunt, pulls back. I think that was called strike anyways, as the runner's going to steal second. Not 100% sure, but I thought I saw a strike call from the umpire. Go with it until corrected. 0-1 the count here to Schmidt. Runner at second now. It's going to miss high for a ball. And the count evens up at 1-1. And here's the 1-1 to Schmidt. And he goes that time. And now the count 1-2. And he tried to check his swing, but that one looked like he went. Umpire says so, and the count is 1-2 to Schmidt. The pitch from Cherney in there for strike 3 as Schmidt goes down looking for out number 1, the first strikeout of the evening for Aiden Cherney on the mound. Now to the 3 spot in the order, it's the first baseman, Jackson Ormond. Runner at second and 1 out here to Ormond. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. That one misses outside. And now the count evens up at 1-1. And the 1-1, that one grounded over to second. The toss, the first, going to be in time for out number 2.
Center fielder number 19, Braden Schiller.
So Ormond grounds out. 2 down now. Runner advances to third. That's Jack Tubbs at third for the Tigers. 2 down, runner at third for the center fielder, Braden Schiller. Schiller, the left-handed batter. And he looks at a strike on pitch number 1. Catching for Auburndale is Ian Brown. And that's fouled back. Now the count 0-2 to Braden Schiller. And that one's in the dirt for a ball. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2 pitch, going to miss inside, and an errant pitch is going to bring in a run for the Stratford Tigers. And Stratford goes up 1-0 on Auburndale. Tubbs comes home to score. And the count evens up at 2-2 to Braden Schiller. And that one just misses for ball number 3. And now the count runs full here to Braden Schiller. Again, this was 0-2. Schiller's battled his way back to the full count and swings and misses for strike number 3 as Schiller goes down swinging for out number 3 here in the top of the first inning. Strikeout number 2 of the inning for Turney on the mound, but Stratford, they put up 1 run. They go up 1-0 on Auburndale after 1 complete inning. We'll step aside and be back with more Marewood South Conference baseball right after this on your hometown Wisconsin Sports Network, Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the second inning here in Stratford. 1-0 Tigers lead, but it's the Eagles up to bat here in the second. And it is the 4, 5, 6 spots due up, starting with Sloan Welsh, the second baseman, who just looked at a pitch in the dirt for a ball. So it'll be Welsh, Caden Weinfurter, the first baseman, and the catcher Ian Brown for Auburndale. And the umpire not happy with the bat. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not 100% up to date with the latest requirements for bats in high school baseball, but the umpire didn't like it, and Welsh has got a new bat. So I don't think we'll see that bat for anybody out here again for the Eagles. Don't have specifics on what happened there, but the umpire tossed the bat away, and Welsh has now got a new one. So the count's 1-2 now to Sloan Welsh as he fouls that one off. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one grounded foul. And the count remains 1-2 here to Welsh. Zaleski the pitch in the dirt. And the count evens up at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, and that one hit Welsh. That one got him. I don't know if it got him in the shoulder.
Sloan Welsh hit by pitch.
Somewhere up there.
Now batting number 14.
And Welsh hit by the pitch. He'll head over to first base. So now a runner at first. No outs for the first baseman, Caden Weinferter. And that's in there for a strike. Again, Henry Zaleski on the mound for the Tigers. And that one just misses for a ball. Here's the 1-1, and Weinferter grounds that one over to short. I think they're just going to go one here. They do, and that's out number 1. As Welsh advances to second, and Weinferter grounds out for out number 1. Now to the 6th spot in the order, it's the catcher, Ian Brown. So Ian Brown up to bat with a runner at second and 1 out here for Auburndale. That's low for a ball. 1-0 the count now. That one grounded at the plate. And it evens up the count at 1-1. That's in there. Strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Brown. The 1-2 from Zaleski. That one's grounded hard to short. It's going to be a long throw to first, and no throw will be made. That's going to be an infield hit for Ian Brown. So the first hit of the night, either side, comes from Ian Brown. Brown gets on. Now runners at the corners. Welsh at third, Brown at first. And it's the third baseman, Caden Anderson, now up to bat. And there goes Brown to second. Believe that was a ball. And now to third. Runner safe. Believe it's 1-0 now to Anderson. It's always tough to keep track of the ball and strike on a stolen base attempt. But I believe that one was a ball, and it's 1-0. Here to Anderson, and Anderson grounds that one to second. They're going to go home, and there's out number 2. And Stratford stops the Eagles in their tracks from trying to get that run. It was Brady Berg at the plate making the tag. That is out number 2.
The fielder number 9, Tim Schmidt.
So Welsh out heading home for out number 2. Caden Anderson reaches on the fielder's choice. Brown winds up at third. So we still have runners at the corners, but now with 2 outs and the left fielder Tim Schmidt up to bat. Schmidt shows bunt. Runner going to steal second. Berg hesitates for a moment and then throws, and he's safe. And that was really a perfect throw from Berg. If he would have just let that loose right away, he might have had him. But, again, this is not an easy day to really do anything baseball-wise with the wind we've got here in this one. But 0-1 to Schmidt with a runner at second, runner at third, and Schmidt pops it up. And will it stay in? No. Out of play for a foul. And now the count 0-2 here to Tim Schmidt. And Schmidt looks at a ball. And sometimes it's tough to tell whether the umpire is going to call a ball or a strike. Sometimes they hesitate a little bit. And a little bit more of a dramatic strike call. Looked like the umpire was thinking about it. Well, that's definitely a strike, as that is strike number 3, and Schmidt goes down looking for out number 2 here in the top of the second inning. First strikeout of the night for Zaleski on the mound. And that's going to do it for the top of the second. No runs scored, 1 hit, 1 runner hit by a pitch. And the score remains 1-0 Stratford over Auburndale after 1.5 complete. We will step aside and hear from some of our great sponsors here at Zaleski Sports. Be back with more Marywood South Conference baseball right after this.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the second inning. It's the Stratford Tigers up to bat here in the bottom of the second. They lead this one over the Auburndale Eagles 1-0 thus far. That run was scored on an errant pitch.
Up to bat for the Tigers.
Just had 1 hit so far in this one. It was the hit from Welsh in the last inning for the Eagles, for Ian Brown. Welsh was hit by a pitch. Ian Brown with the base hit. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Up to bat for the Tigers, it's Vance Kielman, the shortstop, and he looks at a strike on pitch number 1 from Cherney on the mound. Count 0-1 here to Kielman. That's in there for strike 2. 5, 6, 7 spots due up, starting with Vance Kielman. Then it'll be Henry Zaleski and Brady Berg for the Tigers. It's going to miss inside for a ball. Count 1-2 now for Kielman. That one misses high and inside as Keelman ducks out of the way of that. And the count evens up to 2-2. And that's fouled back out of play. And the count remains 2-2 here to Keelman. Good amount of fans starting to filter into this one now. Swing and a miss as Keelman goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the second. That is strikeout number 3 in 5 batters faced for Aiden Cherney on the mound. Now to the 6th spot in the order. It's the pitcher, Henry Zaleski. Nobody on and 1 out here for Zaleski. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count now. That one misses low and inside for a ball. Count evens up at 1-1 now. And Zaleski fouls that one back. And now the count heads to 1-2, and Cherney might be looking for strikeout number 4 here. But Zaleski got the 1-2 count here. Nobody on, 1 out. And that one just misses. And the count evens up at 2-2 now to Zaleski. And Zaleski pops that one up out into right, and the wind clearly got a hold of that one. That one falls. That was that's going to be a hit for Henry Zaleski that time, but that, more than any play we've seen in this one, that one showed the power of the wind here in this game. That one hung up and just stopped in its tracks in midair and kind of just dropped down. So a runner at first on the base hit for Zaleski, but man, I haven't seen a lot of baseballs fall like that. So that wind's coming right this direction, right? The camera view that you can see, and where we're sitting here in the press box, wind's coming about right at us here. And you could see it that time. So runner at first and 1 out now for the catcher, Brady Berg. Throw over to first. Zaleski going to slide back. And he's safe. So it is the catcher, Brady Berg, up to bat. That one misses for a ball. But yeah, this is one of those games with the weather we've got, or 20-mile-an-hour winds. If you get the ball in the air, you really don't know where that thing's going to fall. Going to make it really difficult on the outfielders for both sides here in this one. Count 1-0 to Berg. And there goes Zaleski. And he's at second in time. Steals the base. Landon Zawizlin pinch running for Henry Zaleski. So it's Zawizlin at second with Berg up to bat. 2-0. Make it 2-1 as that's called a strike. Two and one here to Berg. And he shows bunt, doesn't make contact, and the count evens up at 2-2. And that one hit hard line drive, but fouled off, out of play. And the count remains 2-2 as Berg stays alive in the count. But again, like I mentioned, the end of that first inning here at the end of the top of the second, started to see quite a few more fans pile in here. As people are either getting done with work and filtering in, or some high school students maybe getting done with another practice, something like that. But stands a little bit more filled now than at the start of the game. That was a ball, so now the count runs full. Here to Berg, and he swings and misses for out number 2.
Next up, number
That
12.
is strikeout number 4 on the night for Aiden Cherney on the mound. So 2 down now with a runner at second base. It's designated hitter Riley Spindler now up to bat for the Tigers. That's in there for strike 1. And here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back. And now the count quickly 0-2 here to Spindler, and he's got some work to do at the plate. And a swing and a miss. Spindler goes down swinging for out number 3. That's strikeout number 5 on the night for Aiden Cherney. 6 outs, 5 of those strikeouts from Cherney on the mound in this one for the Eagles. No scores here in the second on 1 hit from Henry Zaleski. And your score remains Stratford 1, Auburndale nothing after 2 complete innings. We'll step aside and be back with more Merriwood South Conference baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Welcome back, everybody. 1-0 Stratford over Auburndale here in this one. Word from my friends over at Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Eagles up to bat, and leading things off is the right fielder Mason Rayque. Rayque looks at a strike. So 9-1-2 spots due up, starting with Rayque. Count evens up at 1-1 now. So it'll be Rayque, Rab, and Cherney here in this inning as Rakeu flies that one out into center and caught for out number 1. Again, nothing is a sure thing in the outfield tonight. That much I can say. But that one caught for out number 1. Back to the top of the order, the shortstop, Blake Rabb. That one in the dirt for a ball. Rabb grounds that one foul, and the count evens up at 1-1 now. Nobody on, and 1 out here to Blake Rabb. That's low. Another ball. 2-1 the count now. That's going to miss outside, low and outside, and now the count 3-1 here. Zaleski on the mound for the Tigers. The 3-1 pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 4. Zaleski walks Rabb. As now the Eagles with a runner at first and 1 out. Up to bats the pitcher, Aiden Cherney. Cherney 0 for 1 in this one. Rabb was 0 for 1. As well, he had a ground out. Cherney 0 for 1, flew out to first. Again, these are, can I say not ideal playing conditions, which they're not, but again, better than what we've had a lot of the start of this spring season, which is rain, snow, and not able to play games at all. Here's the pitch to Cherney, and Cherney grounds that one up the middle under the glove. And I couldn't tell if that was under, if it got through. I'll give that. I think I'll give that a hit. I don't know if I couldn't tell from this angle if it went
11,
under the glove or if it was just out of the reach. It's tough. It's just a judgment call with these errors or hits. I'll give it a hit. As Wilford pops that up. And this one near first and caught for out number 2.
Next, number 16.
So after Cherney gets the base hit, Wilford flies out to first. He's now 0 for 2 here in this one. Cherney 1 for 2 now. Out of the 4th spot, the second baseman, Sloan Welch. Welch was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. And now it looks like he's got, I don't know if he had that on. I don't think he had that on his first at-bat. He looks like he's got a white brace or a pad on his shoulder upper arm there. I don't think he had that on his first at-bat, so arm might be a little sore from that. And he looks at a strike on the first pitch. 0-1 the count now to Welch. Here's a throw to second, and that's going to go all the way out into center, but Rabb will stay put. So runners remain at first and second here with 2 outs for Sloan Welch. And it's 0-1 here to Welch. Zaleski takes a step off the mound. He's needing to regather himself. Make sure the runners are staying put. And Welsh, that one lined hard out into left, but looks foul. And that was hit hard out there in the left field. I don't think it was quite enough to be gone if it was fair, but that was well hit ball. Just foul. And the count remains, or heads to 0-2. That's going to miss outside, ball one. 1-2 the count now to Welsh. And a swing and a miss. Heading to first. And that'll be out number 3 as Zaleski gets the strikeout. Zaleski with his second strikeout of the night. So no runs, 1 hit. And 2 runners left stranded. Your score remains 1-0 Stratford over Auburndale after 2.5. We'll step aside and be back with more Merriwood South Conference baseball action right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the 3rd inning. The Spring Yard Prep event is going on now at Fleet Farm. Score savings on soil, seed, mulch, and fertilizer as you get ready to bring your yard back to life. Get everything you need in one stop and get it all at Fleet Farm. Stratford Tigers up to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd with the 1-2 lead. 9-1-2 spots due up for the Tigers, starting with the right fielder, John Seitz. It'll be Seitz, Tubbs, and Schmidt here in the 3rd. Seitz shows bunt, pulls back, called strike anyways. That one in there, another strike, 0-2. And again, in the 6 outs that we've had here, Stratford up to bat, 5 of them have been strikeouts. And that one's going to be fouled off. Count remains 0-2. So again, the 1 run, but the 1 run unearned. And it's 0-2 here to Seitz outside for a ball. 1-2 the count now. A 1-2 pitch in the dirt. And now the count evens up at 2-2 here as Seitz slowly clawing his way out of that 0-2 count. And he fouls that one back to stay alive. And nobody on no outs. The Seitz is the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's again Cherney with 5 strikeouts on the night. Checks the swing, called strike 3 anyways, and Cherney with strikeout number 6
Next up, number 7,
here tonight.
Jack Tubbs.
That is out number 1. Here in the bottom of the third, back to the top of the order for the Tigers. It's the second baseman, Jack Tubbs. Nobody on and 1 out here for Tubbs. Tubbs, in 1 at-bat, was walked. He was the first batter Stratford had up there, and Cherney walked him. And he looks at a ball here. And that one's going to miss high and off the glove of Brown for a ball. Nobody on base, though, so no harm, no foul there. And that one looked like wouldn't have been on Cherney. That one looked like Brown just maybe didn't have his glove quite in the right spot. And that is in there again and off the glove of Brown. So that one's going to be a strike, 2-1. And, you know, what it could be here for these catchers or anybody out there is your hands might just be cold. It's hard to close that hand when it's out there in the cold. And we're up here in the press box. The wind's blocking us a little bit, and I'm still pretty cold up here, so I got more layers on than the players do out there. So that's going to be ball 3, and 3-1 the count now to Tubbs. So that'll be another thing to keep an eye on out here for is maybe drop balls in the outfield or catchers having a tougher time, again, with just tougher to close that hand in this cold weather. But that's a strike and caught by Brown. As the count runs full now to Jack Tubbs. And that's popped up and looks like out of play out there in right. And it is. So the count remains 3-2. Here to Jack Tubbs. We got the baseball stadium music going. And that's popped up in the infield here right to Cherney, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
Up next, number 23, Brady Schmidt.
Yeah, the music you got going here in Stratford, you might think you're at American Family Field here. Some of that music. I have to say, that's the first time I've heard stadium music at any of the games this year. So there you go. Other baseball diamonds. Let's get it. Let's get it going. Let's get the let's meet the standard. Let's get the stadium music going. Now up to bat, the third baseman, Brady Schmidt. Worth noting with that last out, that's out number 8 in this one, that just the second out that was not a strikeout from Cherney on the mound. It's 0-1 to Schmidt. And Schmidt, he was struck out his first at-bat. And there's another strike, so 0-2 here to Schmidt. Here's the 0-2, and that one got Schmidt. It got him right in the chest or stomach that time, right in the midsection. And Schmidt hit by a pitch. Heads to first. And now to the 3 spot in the order, it's the first baseman, Jackson Ormond. Runner at first and 2 outs here for Ormond. He's 0 for 1 in this one. Grounded out his first at-bat. And this has been as you can see on the scoreboard, a low-scoring affair thus far. Not that 1-0's crazy, but not a lot of hits here thus far in this one, but seen some pretty good pitching as There's a strike to Ormond. 0-1. Okay, Auburndale's got 2 hits. Stratford has got 1 thus far, but 2 walks. Stratford at the plate, and that one was hit hard out into right, popped up, and that's caught for out number 3 as Ormond flies out to end the inning. No runs scored, no hits, a walk. 1 runner left stranded. It's 1-0 Stratford over Auburndale after 3 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more Merriwood South Conference baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 4th inning. Stratford leads Auburndale 1-0. A word from our friends over at Stone Innovations. Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen within just 1 week. Countertops, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, and everything else you find in your kitchen. Stone Innovations takes care of it all for you, from fabrication, design, and installation. For your next kitchen or bathroom, look to Stone Innovations in Plover. Caden Weinfurter leads things off for the Eagles here in the 4th. Looks at a ball on pitch number 1, so it'll be 5, 6, 7 spots. Weinfurter, Brown, and Anderson. And another ball that time from Zaleski. 2-0 the count now to Weinfurter. That one in the dirt, another ball. So 3 pitches, 3 balls thrown. Here to Weinfurter. Shows bunt, pulls back, and that is ball 4. And Zaleski walks Weinfurter to start the 4th inning. So now a runner at first and no outs for the catcher, Ian Brown. And Brown had the first hit of the night. It was a base hit in the 2nd inning, so he's 1 for 1. That's in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count now. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. And now the count evens up at 1-1 to Brown. And that one grounded hard to third, bobbled and dropped. Here's the throw to first, not going to be in time. And Brown is going to reach on the E5. So Brown to first on the air. And first 2 batters on base for the Eagles here in the 4th. Now the third baseman, Caden Anderson, up to bat. He got on his first at-bat on a fielder's choice. It's probably the best spot, best shot of the night for Auburndale to put up some runs. Well, you did have Welsh, who just about got home in the 2nd inning. Was tagged out by Berg. One's a ball, 1-0. Here to Anderson. Another ball, 2-0 the count. That one's going to be in there for strike one. 2-1. Here to Anderson. That one's popped up. Deep right field, ranging back, ranging over, and caught. For out number one by John Seitz out there in right field.
Left fielder number 9, Tim Schmidt.
So now with runners at first and second and one out, it's the left fielder Tim Schmidt. Schmidt, the swing and a miss. 0-1 here. And that's in there for another strike. Quickly 0-2 to Schmidt. So Schmidt struck out his first at-bat with some work to do here. And grounds that one into the left field, and that'll be a hit for Schmidt. And runners stay put. Weinfurter holds at third. That's a base hit for Tim Schmidt.
Right fielder Mason Rakeu.
And now the bases are loaded for the Auburndale Eagles. And it's Mason Rakeu, the right fielder, now up to bat. Bases loaded, one out here for Rakeu. That's in there for a strike. Rakeu's 0 for 1. Popped up to the mound. His first at bat. Here's the 0-1. That one softly hit out into right, and the wind got all of that and takes it foul. I mean, the wind coming back to our right now, and that one looked like it was going to be way, way further left than that, and you could just see the ball swerve right and be foul. And really, that probably worked out for Rakeu, as if that one would have stayed on its course, probably would have been right to Seitz out there in right field. So it's a foul. And 0-2, and that one fouled right off the helmet of Berg, it looked like. And that is why they wear helmets back there. Berg seems to be all right. Count remains 0-2 here to Rakeu. And checks the swing, and it's a low one for a ball. Count 1-2 now to Rakeu. And Zaleski on the mound for the Tigers. Here's the 1-2 in there, called strike 3. As Rakeu goes down looking for out number 2.
Shortstop number 5, Blake.
And the bases remain loaded with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for the shortstop, Blake Rabb. Rabb's 0 for 1 and 2 at-bats. He grounded out and was walked. And it's up to Rabb to bring a runner home here for Auburndale with the bases loaded. It's going to be in there for a strike. And the 0-1. And that's hit hard out into center field. It'll drop. That's a base hit. Brings in a run. Here comes another one for Auburndale, and that is a 2 RBI base hit for Blake Rabb. That puts the Eagles up 2-1 here over the Tigers. And that a big hit with 2 down and the bases loaded.
Number 2, Aiden
brings home Weinfurter and brings home Ian Brown, sends Schmidt to second. Rabb holds up at first. And Auburndale takes the lead here in the fourth. That one's a ball to the pitcher, Aiden Cherney. Cherney is 1 for 2 in this one. Flew out to first. His first at bat then had a base hit. That one hit out into deep left and ranging back, and it's caught for out number 3. So that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. But Auburndale puts up 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk. It was the 2 RBI base hit from Blake Rabb that brought the 2 runs home for Auburndale, and it's 2-1 Eagles over the Tigers after 3.5 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more Merriwood South baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Welding is about strength. The strength of structures and components, fabrications used to support industries and communities everywhere. The creation of something greater than its separate parts. Welders are creative. Their skills set them apart from the crowd. Start with a problem, feel the heat, make the sparks, become the solution. Manufacturing moves the Midwest and the world. Study welding at North Central Technical College.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the fourth inning. Auburndale leads Stratford 2-1. Now a word from Heartland Farms. Nobody knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst and now based in Hancock, this 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm produces many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. It is the Tigers up to bat here in the fourth. 4, 5, 6 spots due up, starting with the center fielder, Braden Schiller. Schiller looks at a ball. Schiller's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. Again, Cherney with 6 strikeouts on the mound tonight. That's in there for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1 now to Schiller. And that's way outside for a ball. Gets by Brown. And that one was just going to be out of Brown's reach. It was way outside and low. 2-1 here to Schiller. It's going to miss outside. 2-2 the count now. Excuse me, 3-1 the count. And that one called ball 4. And Schiller.
Number 3.
Walked by Cherney. Here to start the fourth. So runner at first and no outs here for the shortstop, Vance Keelman. Keelman's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Schiller gets back to first safely. And here it is to Keelman. There goes Schiller to second. Good throw. It actually hit Schiller. Or did it? Nonetheless, he's safe. So Schiller steals second base. And I want to know. That's going to miss for a ball. 2-0 the count now. The 2-0 misses inside. 3-0. Now to Keelman, and Cherney in danger of walking his second straight batter here at the inning. Okay, and a runner at second, no outs. Here with Keelman up to bat. That one misses low, ball 4. And Cherney walks Keelman now. Now 2 runners on for the Tigers. And Coach Weinfurter going to come out and have a discussion with his pitcher, Cherney. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Welcome back, everybody. 2-1 Auburndale over Stratford. Runner at second and no outs here as the bunt is down. Henry Zaleski, and they're going to go for the out at first, but Zaleski does his job, advances runners to second and third. Zaleski grounds out on the sacrifice there. So 1 down. Runners at second and third base. The catcher, Brady Berg, now up to bat. Berg 0 for 1, struck out in the second. Zaleski now 1 for 2. He had a base hit in the second. That's called a strike to Berg. And I can't say that the wind's dying down at all here in Stratford. Probably say quite the opposite. Feels like it's picking up, and that is lined out hard out into left center. That's going to get by. And into left field, brings 1 run home. Here comes another one. And Stratford reclaims the lead on the 2 RBI base hit from Brady Berg. And the Tigers go up 3-2 now on Auburndale. And the offense starting to heat up here in the 4th inning for both sides.
Running number 8, Riley Craney.
Again, it's the 2 RBI base hit for Brady Berg. Schiller comes in to score. Keelman comes in to score. And it's 3-2 Stratford. Now to the 8th spot in the order, the designated hitter, Riley Spindler. Nobody on and 1 out here. Or excuse me, runner at first and 1 out here for Spindler. That's going to miss high for a ball, 1-0. That one in there for a strike, and now the count evens up 1-1 here to Spindler. Again, this is the first inning of this kind we've seen from Stratford at the plate. Cherney has had quite the control on this one thus far up until this inning. But again, kind of a similar story for Auburndale in their last inning. The offense starting to poke through here in the fourth. 2-1 to Spindler, make it 3-1. That's in the dirt again. Ball 4. And Cherney walks Spindler. Now runners at first and second.
Up next, number 2, John Seitz.
And another thing to think about is this is one of the longer, probably the longest inning we've had, that last half inning with Auburndale. There's a chance that arm got a little cold for Cherney. Again, it is. It cannot stress between the wind and 40 degrees out here how cold it feels for a May baseball game, as that's going to be a bunt shown and fouled back by John Seitz, the right fielder. Seitz struck out. His one and only at bat here in this one. 0-1 here to Seitz. Cherney trying to get Brown to cycle through those pitches, and he finds the one he likes and misses for a ball. 1-1 now the count to Seitz. The 1-1 pitch just misses. The count now 2-1 here to Seitz. That one grounded hard out into left. It'll get through. That's a hit for Seitz. Here comes the runner home and scores the RBI base hit for John Seitz, and Stratford goes up 4-2.
Next up, number 7.
So still runners at first and second with one out, but one more run scored for Stratford. That's their third of the inning. It was Brady Berg coming around to score. So Spindler at second, Seitz at first. Back to the top of the order now, the second baseman, Jack Tubbs. Tubbs is 0 for 1 in 2 at-bats. He was walked and flew out to the mound. First one in there for a strike to Tubbs. Tubbs grounds that one to short. They're going to go for the out at second, and I don't think his foot was on the bag. No. It was not, and the run comes home. And on the air, that'd be an error for Rab there. That throw was just off to the left there. It forced the second baseman, Sloan Welsh, to come off the bag to grab the ball, and another run scores for Stratford, 5-2. Now with runners at the corners, as Tubbs reaches on fielder's choice or error. I guess you can take your pick. A little of both. Spindler scores, Seitz to third, runners at the corners, and one out here for Brady Schmidt, the third baseman. So Stratford with 4 runs here in the 4th. And again, they immediately answer. Auburndale taking the lead there in the 4th, in the top of the 4th inning, as Jack Tubbs advances to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Stratford, still just 1 out. The count's 0-1 to Brady Schmidt. Shows bunt, pulls it back. No, he made contact, fouls it back. And now the count 0-2 here to Schmidt. And a swing and a miss. Schmidt goes down swinging for out number 2. That is strikeout number 7 on the night for Aiden Cherney. So now 2 down, and we've officially been through the entire order here for the Tigers. The first baseman, Jackson Ormond, now up to bat with 2 down and runners at second and third. That one low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Ormond. He is 0 for 2 thus far in this one. A ground out and a fly out to right in his 2 at-bats. And here is the 1-0. In there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. That's in there. Another strike. Count now 1-2 to Ormond. And he fouls that one off and out of play. Out into the, close to the parking lot out there. The count remains 1-2. That one grounded over to second and dropped at second. A run's going to score for Stratford on the E4. As Wells just couldn't grasp the baseball.
Center fielder number 19.
And it's now 6-2 Stratford. And again, I think we are really starting to see here as this game goes on. Now, who knows? Maybe that was an error had nothing to do with the cold weather, but had to think a couple of these, both sides, had something to do with this because
Pinch running for Ormond.
I can report live from the scene here. It is cold. And I've got gloves on, and my hands are still cold. Nonetheless, Stratford goes up 6-2 here in this one as Seitz scores. And now back to Braden Schiller where we started the inning. Schiller's 0 for 1 and 2 at bats, a strikeout and a walk. Swing and a miss there. 0-1. Now to Schiller again, runners at the corners with 2 outs. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 here to Schiller. That one misses for a ball. 1-2. The count out of Schiller. And grounds that one down the first base line. It rolls foul, or does it? Yes, it does. Get the stadium music back going here. Here from Stratford. Tigers lead it 6-2. Here over the Auburndale Eagles. 5 of those 6 runs for the Tigers have come here in this inning. That's in there for strike 3. It'll be strikeout number 8 on the night for Aiden Sherney, and that will end the inning. But Stratford puts up 5 runs and a couple of hits, a couple of errors. 2 runners left stranded. 6-2 Stratford after 4 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more WIAA baseball right after this on your hometown Wisconsin Sports Network, Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 5th inning here from Stratford. 6-2 Tigers. Crystal Finishing Systems is a family-owned business now hiring for both their Weston and Mosinee locations with openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and so much more. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. Once again, it is cold here in Stratford. In case I haven't mentioned that yet. Top of the 5th, but again, 5 runs scored in the bottom of that 4th inning for Stratford. It will be the 3-4-5 spots due up for Auburndale. It'll be Alex Wilford, Sloan Welsh, and Caden Weinfurter here in the 5th. That one lone away for a ball. One and 0 the count now to Wilford. That's in there for a strike, and we do have a pitching change as well. Jackson Ormond onto the mound for the Tigers. Comes in for Zaleski. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 the count now. We'll see if Auburndale sticks with Cherney in the bottom of the 5th. He's got 8 strikeouts, and he's had a near perfect game before that last inning as Alex Wilford swings and misses, goes down swinging for out number 1. And Ormond strikes out his first batter.
Number 16, Sloan Welch.
Now to the 4th spot in the order, the second baseman, Sloan Welsh. Welsh, 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch and struck out in his 2 at-bats. Welsh swings hard on that one, but fouls it back. It's 0-1 here to Welsh. And Welsh fouls that back at the plate. Quickly 0-2 now. A warm wind. Not actually. As that one looked like it hit Welsh. Got him maybe in the elbow there, and that's the second time Welsh has been hit by a pitch.
First baseman,
So Welsh, a magnet for the baseball here in this one.
Looks like pinch runner for the Eagles, number 13, Dawson Szczynski.
Dawson Szczynski going to pinch run for Welsh. So Szczynski at first, and Caden Weinfurter now up to bat. Weinfurter 0 for 1 and 2 at bats, ground out and a walk. Once again, another reminder, it is cold and it is windy. Here in this one, that's in there for a strike. Oh and 1 to Weinfurter. That's in there again. 0 and 2 is Ormond. Going to be looking for his second strikeout in 3 batters. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt, ball 1. Runner at first and 1 out here for the Eagles. And that one away in the dirt, going to be an errant pitch. Will send Szczynski all the way to second. So now a runner in scoring position for Auburndale. With the 2-2 count here to Caden Weinfurter, and so it looks like Coach Weinfurter took Welsh out because Welsh is going to go warm up to pitch for the Eagles right now. Two and 2. From Welsh to Weinfurter. Weinfurter grounds that one to short. Here's the throw to first in time for out number 2. So 2 down now. Runner advances to third base.
Up next, catcher, number 8, Ian Brown.
Now up to bat is the catcher, Ian Brown. Brown is 1 for 1 in 2 at-bats, a base hit, and he reached on an error in those 2 at-bats. Looks at a ball there, 1-0 to Brown. That one's low, another ball, 2-0 the count now. In the dirt again. Maybe near the dirt that time. 3-0. Now to Ian Brown. He's been on base each of his first 2 at-bats. Looking to keep that streak going. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. Called strike 1. And that's in the dirt, ball 4, as Brown walked by Ormond here. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs.
Caden Anderson.
And now up to bat is the third baseman, Caden Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 1 in 2 at-bats, reached on a fielder's choice and flew out to right field in his 2 at-bats here in this one. That one low for ball 1. That's in there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1 here to Anderson. And Anderson, that one lofted out into shallow center field, ranging over. It's caught for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. Stratford leads Auburndale 6-2. We'll step aside and be back with the bottom of the 5th here in this Merriwood South Conference matchup between the Auburndale Eagles and the Stratford Tigers right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the 5th inning. Sloan Welsh on the mound now for Auburndale. As Cherney will finish tonight, giving up 6 runs, but also with 8 strikeouts here in this one. Crystal Finishing Systems is a family-owned business now hiring for both their Weston and Mosinee locations, with openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and so much more. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. Will be the Stratford Tigers. Up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 spots. Shortstop Vance Kielman. Starting pitcher Henry Zaleski and the catcher Brady Berg. Again, last inning, Stratford put up the 5 runs to go up 6-2. Again, that was right after Auburndale took the lead in the 3rd inning, so we were tied 1-0 until the 4th, I should say. It was the 4th inning where Auburndale put up the 2 runs. So we were tied 1-0 through 3. Auburndale puts up 2, makes the 2-1, and then Stratford explodes for the 5 runs in the 4th in their own right, and that's how we've got 6-2. As Sloan Welsh takes his time to warm up here. Now a good time to remind you that coming up at the conclusion of this one and coming up after this game is your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Be sure to go to NasonvilleDairy.com. Also a reminder that coming up later tonight on the Zaleski Sports Highlight House Facebook page will be highlights of this game. We'll have highlights as well as interviews with whoever wins this one will talk to a winning coach and a winning player from tonight's game. Here is Vance Keelan. 0 for 1 and 2 at-bats, a strikeout and a walk. Keelman grounds that one down the first baseline for a foul. And the count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1 from Welsh misses. 2 on the count now. And that's fouled back. Evens up the count at 2-2. Here to Keelman. Two-two pitch, gonna miss high. And now the count runs full. Here to Keelman. Fouls that one back. Count remains full to Keelman. That's popped up. Will it stay in? No, out of play. Foul. That one's going to be grounded over to third. Here's the throw to first, and that's good for out number 1.
Number 13, third baseman, Henry Zaleski.
So 1 down now. Henry Zaleski now up to bat. Zaleski's 1 for 2, a base hit and a ground out here in this one. One down, nobody on here for Zaleski. Looks at a strike. Zaleski flies that one out to center, and it's caught for out number 2. So 2 down now as Zaleski flies out to center. The catcher, Brady Berg, now up to bat.
Brady Berg.
Two and 0 the count. Here to Berg. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 now to Brady Berg. That's popped back out of play, foul. And now the count evens up at 2-2 to Berg. That's in there, called strike 3, and Berg goes down looking for out number 3. Strikeout number 1 for Welsh on the mound here in this one. So no runs scored for Stratford, but they still lead it 6-2 over the Auburndale Eagles. We'll step aside and be back with more Marywood South Conference baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Mall Furniture has every type of chair you can think of. Lazy Boy, Best Swivel, Queen Anne, Marshfield, all types of lift chairs. We have it all. All are ready to pick up and take home today. Mall Furniture sells locally made products and is proud to serve Central Wisconsin. We've been family owned and operated for over 45 years and looking forward to many more. Have a look at us online at mallfurniturewi.com.
Mall Furniture, where value is yours.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 6th inning. Stratford leading Auburndale, and the Eagles will have the 7, 8, 9 spots. Rather, the 8, 9, 1 spots due up. Try to make something happen here in the 6th. It's been a 6-2 lead since the end of that bottom of the 4th for Stratford. Tim Schmidt, the left fielder, going to lead things off for the Eagles. He's 1 for 2, a strikeout and a base hit in his 2 at-bats is Schmidt. That one's going to miss low for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Schmidt. That one misses again. 3-0 now. Again, Ormond on the mound now for Stratford. Misses again. 4 balls thrown in 4 pitches to Tim Schmidt.
Right fielder number 15.
And Ormond walks Schmidt. Now back up to bat. It's the right fielder Mason Rayque. He's 0 for 2, a flyout and a groundout, or excuse me, a flyout and a strikeout. In the dirt, ball 1. Inside, it's ball 2, and now Berg going to have a quick discussion with his pitcher Ormond here in the grass. In there for a strike. So the discussion between Berg and Ormond pays off with a strike there. Count now 2-1. That one misses, ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Mason Rayque. And that's in there. It's strike 2. Now the count runs full here to Rayque. Rayque grounds that one over to short to get the out at second. Go for it at first, and a double play for the Stratford Tigers. 6-4-3 gets it done, and now 2 down here in the 6th as they get Brown on the 4 setting to second. Or excuse me, they get Schmidt on the 4 setting to second. Ray Q grounds out with the double play. So 2 down, back at the top of the order. It's the shortstop, Blake Rabb. Pitch 1 is a ball. 1-0 to Rabb, misses inside and low for a ball. 2-0 now. That one called strike. Rabb kind of dodged out of the way of that one. But the umpire says, no, that one crossed the plate. And it's 2-1. And that one definitely did not cross the plate. That one got Rabb right in the back. Yeah, that's definitely one that's going to hurt, especially in this weather, as Rabb walked by Ormond. And now the starting pitcher for Auburndale, now up to bat, Aiden Cherney. Cherney is 1 for 3. A couple of flyouts and a base hit. First one in the dirt, 1-0. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count now to Cherney. And umpire calls time here. Now ready to go. 2 down, runner at first here to Cherney. That's called strike. Now the count 1-2 to Aiden Cherney. As Cherney calls time here. I have something in his eye. I'm messing around with his eyes for a second there. Here's the pitch, and that one fouled off. Count remains 1-2 here to Aiden Cherney. That one misses outside. Another ball. Count evens up at 2-2 here to Cherney. Staying patient. They're at the plate, fighting off what's close. Just staying alive. Ormond trying to retire this side. And Cherney grounds that one to third. Slow roller. Here's the throw to first. No. Catch not made. And Cherney going to reach on the air. So Auburndale still alive here in the 6th. As Rabb advances to third, Cherney to first on the air. Now to the 3 spot, the center fielder, Alex Wilford. He's 0 for 3 thus far. A ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout for Wilford so far in this one. That one misses a ball. In there for a strike. Now the count evens up at 1-1 here to Wilford. That's going to miss inside. Another ball, 2-1 here to Wilford. Wilford grounds that one to third. Another long throw, and that one on target for out number 3. So no run score for Auburndale on no hits. And Stratford remains in the lead 6-2 after 5.5 complete. We'll step aside and be back with more Merriwood South baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stratford leads it 6-2 over the Auburndale Eagles, and it will be Stratford up to bat, looking to extend their lead before they'll have a chance to close this thing out in the top of the 7th. 8-9-1 spots going to be due up for the Tigers. Riley Spindler, John Seitz, and Jack Tubbs. Again, it's Sloan Welsh on the mound for Auburndale now. Another reminder that coming up at the conclusion of this game is going to be your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And here's Riley Spindler leading things off. He's 0 for 1 and 2 at bats, a strikeout and a walk. Looks at a strike there. That one's going to miss outside for a ball. The count evens up at 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. Now the count 1-2. Here to Spindler. And that's going to be fouled back. Count remains 1-2. And that's called strike 3 as Spindler goes down looking for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Second strikeout of the night for Welsh. And out of the 9th spot on the order, it's the right fielder, John Seitz. Looks at a ball, 1-0 here to Seitz with 1 down and nobody on. That's in there for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1 now. And a swing and a miss. Now the count 1-2 here to Seitz. And that's in there. Another strikeout for Welsh. Seitz goes down for out number 2. So 2 quick strikeouts here in the 6th. And back to the top of the order, the second baseman, Jack Tubbs, up to bat. Tubbs 0 for 1 in 3 at-bats. He's been walked, flown out, and reached on a fielder's choice. 0-1 with that strike to Tubbs. It's going to miss low. It's a ball. 1-1 now. That one's going to miss high, and it's ball 2. 2-1 the count now to Tubbs. That misses high, and it's ball 3. 3-1 here to Jack Tubbs. And that is called ball 4. And Tubbs walked by Welsh. So now a runner at first and 2 outs for Brady Schmidt, the third baseman up to bat. He's 0 for 2 in 3 at-bats, a couple of strikeouts and a walk. That's in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1, a runner heading for second, and will be there in time. Good throw from from Brown at the plate, though. Now a runner in scoring position here for Schmidt with 2 down, 1-1 the count. That just misses for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Schmidt. That's going to miss high. Now the count 3-1. And that misses high. Ball 4, so back-to-back walks. As Schmidt heads to first base.
Jackson Ormond.
So there's a quick 2 outs with a couple of strikeouts, then back-to-back walks. Now up to bat. He started at first. Now he's pitching Jackson Ormond. He's 0 for 2 and 3 at-bats. Ground out, fly out, and reached on an error. That's going to miss high and away for a ball. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Now to Ormond. That one fouled off. Down the first base line for strike number 2. One and 2 the count here to Ormond. Welsh double checks second. Triple checks and holds up. Here's the 1-2. That one grounded over to short. Going to go for the out at first and got it. 4 out number 3. So that is going to do it for the bottom of the 6th. No runs scored. Couple of runners left stranded. No hits. 6-2 Stratford will be back with the top of the 7th. Auburndale's last chance. Try to tie or take the lead. Keep this one going. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 7th. Last chance here for Auburndale to try to tie or take the lead here. The top of the 7th. The new pitcher for Stratford, Vance Keelman, coming on to close things out for the Tigers. Leading things off, it's Sloan Welsh for Auburndale. He looks at a strike on pitch number 1. Welsh is 0 for 1 in 3 at-bats. He's struck out and been hit by a pitch twice. And that one's going to be low in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count now to Welsh. And this game was 1-0 through the first 3. And Auburndale puts up 2, go up 2-1 in the very next half inning. In the 4th, Stratford puts up 5 to go up 6-2. And that's the score we've had since. That one was fouled off. 1-2 the count. Now to Welsh. The 1-2 in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2-2 now to Welsh. And Welsh fouls that one off. Count remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Lost the ball. Nope. Here we go. Throw to first. There's out number 1.
Next.
So Welsh
14.
strikes out. Out number 1. And the Tigers now just 2 outs away from coming up with a win here in this one. Caden Weinfurter up to bat for the Eagles. He's 0 for 2 in 3 at-bats, couple of groundouts and a walk. That's in there for a strike. Count now 1-1 here to Weinfurter. That one misses. 2-1 the count now. That one misses again. 3-1. That's in there for a strike. Now the count runs full here to Weinfurter. And that one's going to be grounded. Slow roller to short. Here's the throw. In time. For out number 2. Coach Weinfurter trying to appeal it. Caden Weinfurter sitting there at first. The umpire says out number 2. Coach Weinfurter livid at that call. But the umpire calls it out number 2. And Caden Weinfurter grounds out. Now up to bats Ian Brown, the catcher. Again, this game, obviously, Merriwood South Conference game. Auburndale currently sits atop the conference, 5-1. Stratford 3-1, though, and they're able to get Brown out here. That'll be 4-1 in conference play for the Tigers. Counts 3-0. Here to Brown in there, or not? No, ball 4. So Brown walked. Now runner at first and 2 down for Caden Anderson, the third baseman. First pitch to Anderson, a ball. The 1-0 pitch misses. Ball 2. And here's the 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now to Anderson. A swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 2-2. And Keelman on the mound. Just one strike away from sealing this Stratford win. And that's fouled back. Anderson stays alive. Okay, another reminder coming up at the conclusion of this game is your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. And that throw way off the mark over to first. And will allow the runner to advance to second base. So now a runner in scoring position for Auburndale. So there must have been a timeout call, a time called there, as they're going to send the runner back to first. So runner remains at first with 2 outs. As the count is 2-2 here to Caden Anderson. Anderson right to Keelman on the mound for out number 3. And that will do it. The Stratford Tigers take down the Auburndale Eagles in this Merriwood South Conference showdown here tonight. Auburndale falls to 7-4, 5-2 in conference play. Stratford improves to 6-3, 4-1 in conference play. Coming up next, your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. So we'll step aside, hear from the folks over at Nasonville Dairy, and be back after this with your postgame show on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Let's get the audio fixed there. Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. Here in this one, it was the Stratford Tigers taking down the Auburndale Eagles 6-2. Here in this game, Stratford, they had 1 run in the first inning and 5 in the fourth. Again, it was Stratford going up 1-0 early in that first. Score remained 1-0 through the first 3 innings. Then Auburndale put up 2 runs on a 2 RBI hit from Blake Rabb. Put them up 2-1, but then right back in the bottom of the fourth inning, Stratford puts up 5 runs, due in part to the 2 RBI base hit from Brady Berg there in that fourth inning. And that's how we got our score, 6-2. We went scoreless the last 2 innings, and Stratford gets the conference win here in this one tonight. And again, Stratford improves to 6-3 and 4-1 in conference play, while Auburndale falls to 7-4, 5-2 in conference play, and Stratford improves to 6-2, not 6-3. And also, if you're wondering what's coming up next for these two teams, well, they'll play each other again on Thursday. This one will be back in Auburndale, so it'll be Auburndale looking for a bit of a revenge game after this one, and Stratford looking to take a stranglehold near the top of that conference and beat Auburndale twice. That would give Auburndale 3 losses. Again, we just went through that. 5-2 Auburndale in conference play. Stratford now 4-1. So again, we're now in the meat of the baseball season. The meat of the schedule. Conference season is upon us. All the conferences here throughout central Wisconsin, here in the Marywood South as well. But that brings us to the end of our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. Marshfield Curtis, again, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast here tonight. Stratford beats Auburndale 6-2. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this cold and windy Tuesday night. For myself, Caleb Jacoby, and everybody here at Zaleski Sports, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight, and we'll see you next time right here on your hometown Wisconsin Sports Network, Zaleski Sports.